Hello, my name is Dr. Robert Hernandez. I'm a psychologist in Miami, Florida, and I'm president and owner of La Farfalla Retreat House. It's very important to sleep because obviously you're going to have the benefits for your overall health. You're also going to be less prone to accidents. 20% of accidents have been associated with people that are sleep deprived. It is recommended for an adult to have an average of 7 to 9 hours of sleep. What this is going to do for you, it's definitely going to lower your stress hormones located in the body, but it's also going to help you to handle stress during the day. It's going to improve your quality of work, and it's going to reduce the risk of accidents. And emotionally, especially when you're relating to other people, if you're well rested, you'll be able to look at life much more in a positive manner. So it's, again, very important to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And if you think that you need to work or do anything else that's more important than getting a good night's sleep, what you're doing is you're taking away the quality of your work, the quality of your relationships, and the way you handle stress throughout the day.
As we just saw in our video, sleep is important for all of the functions in our lives, but when it comes to being awake and being prepared for our classes, it's even more important. Studies done by the Sleep Foundation show that there's not a set amount of sleep for everyone, but it varies by the individual and is based on 2 criteria. These criteria are your basal sleep need, which is the amount of sleep that your body needs in order to perform at optimal performance, and then also the sleep debt, which is the accumulated sleep that is lost due to sickness, poor sleeping habits, or other causes. These vary by person, so it's important to know how much you need to sleep and what your sleep debt is that you need to make up for. The Sleep Foundation also did a study that was based solely on college students that showed that college students who do not sleep on a regular basis and who do not have normal sleeping patterns, such as waking up at the same time and going to bed at the same time, actually have a poorer quality of sleep, which negatively impacts their academic performance. A study done in Hong Kong shows that students who don't have a normal sleeping pattern and then have morning classes actually do worse in their morning classes than they do in their evening classes. A campaign that was published by the Journal of American College Health shows that college students on average do not have normal sleeping patterns, and that can affect more than just your academic performance. It can also affect your emotional health and your mental health. So Christy and I were interested in seeing how students at Southern measured up, so we surveyed about 50 students and asked them several questions, including what time they went to bed, what time they woke up, and how many hours of sleep they got. We also asked them what their GPA range was, and so here's Christy to talk about those results.
So from our data we've collected, we created 2 charts that help visualize our findings. The first is a pie chart that shows the amount of hours each student slept in comparison to the other students, and the second is a bar graph showing the GPA average with the amount of hours that the student slept. Different categories of the amount of hours the college student slept, the largest being 6 to 7 hours, followed by 7 to 8 hours, and the smallest slice being less than 5 hours. This is the bar graph that shows the GPA average with the amount of sleep the students got. The highest was the 6 to 7 hours, and the majority of those students got the 3.5 to 4.0 GPA average, and second being the 7 to 8 hours, and the majority of those students also got the 3.5 to 4.0 average. What this graph kind of shows us or proves to us is that the greater the amount of sleep and the quality, it's going to help out your academic career and your concentration. And with that, we have a student who we interviewed and shared their thoughts with us. So here's the interview.
Okay, so how many hours of sleep on an average night do you get?
About 7.
About 7. If you get less sleep or like sleep at a different time, does that mess up how you do your schoolwork the next day?
Definitely affects how I study, yeah.
Okay. And about how many hours of sleep do you think the average college student gets?
Probably like 5.
5 or 6?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. We hope you learned something, and have a good day.